Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous with me, Bregaton. Let's head up this way. We'll do these three areas and then we'll head to Polaris Fall after that. But first, the Desolate Thicket. A remote corner of the wooded wasteland that was hardly visited by anyone even in the old days. I don't remember this area.
I am never wrong.
So I'm gonna play it safe.
Magritio, Turino, Aborani Sentes, Unimosi Travisi, Ona Adayanam, Amranda, Unimosi Travisi, Unimosi Travisi, Ona Adayana, Ona Adayana, Ona Adayana.
Rely on me.
Inimosi Travisi, Ona Adayana, Ona Adayana, Magritium Turinos, Inimosi Travisi, Ona Adayana, Magritium Turinos, Inimosi Travisi, Amranda Gra, Inimosi Travisi, Inimosi Travisi.
Search for the beauty with your heart, not your eyes.
Ona Adayana, Aborane Sentes, Aborane Sentes, Aborane Sentes, Aborane Sentes, Unimosi Travisi, Amranda Grati, Ona Adayanam, Ona Adayanam, Ona Adayanam, Ona Adayanam, Ona Adayanam, Inimosi Travisi, Inimosi Travisi, Inimosi Travisi, Stagioni Savitur, Stagioni Savitur, Stagioni Savitur, Stagioni Savitur, Stagioni Savitur, Ona Adayanam, 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 Unimosi Travisi, Ona Adayanam, Lisono Daniam, Unimosi Travisi, Unimosi Travisi, Amronda Gratio.
Don't mind me.
I'm not sure if I pointed this out yet or not. We don't need to cast Mage Armor and Woljif because we do have the Haramaki of Divine Guidance equipped. Actually, which bonus gets applied? Because I think... Can we take... Oh, it is stacking. We have Mage Armor and Armor Enhancement. I didn't realize those stacked. And we're not getting the 5 armor class from it. We're just getting the +4 enhancement. Also, I think this is the only time we have to buff up. The other area, I'm pretty sure, is a reagent collection site. And the final area is a book event.
I shall not be swayed from my path. Inimosi travisi. 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 Inimosi. Ona adayanam. 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 Ona adayanam.
Something wrong?
It's probably an inconsequential fight, but just to be safe.
Can you retreat already? Cover me, alright?
I will resist.
Usually there's like
Prepare
one
yourself.
named or mini-boss character in these areas. Oh, I know what this area is. I'm pretty sure this is the gag area.
I'm gone.
Yeah, there it is, the chicken
Might be
statue.
trap, might be treasure.
Let me help.
Yes, I really didn't have to buff up for this area. I forgot what it was. Statue of a chicken created in an artful and absolutely non-insulting manner. A crumpled note. Here we go. If you found this note, I want you to know, art is pain. My name is Floggy the Sculptor, and the moment I was born, the goddess Shaylin struck me with the most horrible curse of all. She gave me a craving for art. I became a sculptor's apprentice when I was 7, and by 25, I'd already become a reputable and ambitious debutante. However you pronounce it. Alas, this didn't bring me any happiness. My first piece of art, a composition called The Lasses Lanti Takes a Step into the Lands of the Axis, caused a stir, and most reactions were shouts of indignation. For some reason, the public decided that my depiction of Eridan bore a striking resemblance to the chairman of Absalom's Grand Council, Lord Wars. They accused me of being corrupt and subjected me to a shameful beating right at the grand opening. I attributed this calamity to my youthful inexperience, and I intended to turn the tables. To avoid further accusations, I chose a topic that was pronouncedly distant from Absalom's realities. So I depicted the Tian goddess warrior, Shizuru? How could I have known that so many people from Tianjia live in Absalom? And why did none of them warn me that the name of the goddess is actually spelled and pronounced Shizuru? Or that misspelling it is a great blasphemy? How could I even suspect that one part of my audience would be outraged by the excessive bellicosity of my statue? The other would be insulted by its extreme femininity, and the rest would brand me a parasite trying to make money off of undisguised cultural appropriation. Feeling desperate, I turned to abstractionism. When the time had come to give a name to my statue, I chose a random set of letters, consonants only, to cause even more trouble. That very night, a bunch of strangers clad in hooded black robes broke into my house, threatened me with daggers, and demanded that I never again try to depict their mysterious deity or mention one of its secret names. Pretty sure that's a Cthulhu reference. Having failed at gaining glory among the educated and sophisticated public, I fled north to Sarkoris. There, among the simple people, my talent could finally blossom. I showed them wooden sculptures, whose crude grotesqueness emanated strength and the primordial power of the earth, things they were supposed to understand. So they beat me up for good measure and kicked me out of their settlement, right after they broke my favorite chisel and spat in my travel bag. Until this day, I have no idea what I did to offend them. By that time, I'd already learned not to ask pointless questions. The desperation of it all made me feel bitter and stubborn, but fate challenged me, so I accepted the challenge. I had found my mission. I wanted to create a statue that would insult no one. After several weeks of contemplation, I decided to sculpt a chicken. Yes, a simple chicken. What could be offensive about chickens? They are yellow and they chirp. There's definitely nothing bad about that. Oh, I couldn't have been more wrong. A week after my sculpture was showcased to the audience, a group of grim-looking people came and fell to their knees before it. They pronounced my statue to be an idol of the deity they worshipped, an infernal duke, Ayazrael? Or Yauzrael? It turned out there is a Duke of Hell whose unholy symbol is a chicken. More and more cultists came to see my sculpture every day. And then another kind of public arrived. Tough knights with long swords, who chopped all the admirers of my talent into pieces. After they were done with the slaughter, they started searching for the person who created the blasphemous chicken. For me. I fled, taking my unfortunate creation with me. I dragged the statue as far as I could, and I left it in the wilderness. I hope no one finds it here, although since you're reading this, my hope was futile. In this case, you should know art is pain. Beware of the people who worship chickens, and equally beware of those who hate them. And here's the main thing I was trying to say. I didn't mean to hurt anyone's feelings with this statue. Bloggy the Sculptor.
We do it my way.
Yeah, no matter what you do, you're gonna offend somebody, probably. Because people only operate in extremes now. There's no nuance. You can't have a discussion. You're either with them or against them. Which is a sentiment I highly disagree with. No nuance, no compromise. Either yes or no, or us or them. We only operate in extremes. Oh no, this is not a reagent place. It said enemies approaching. I didn't see where from. Oh, down this way. Alright. Never really thought using these, like, mythic specific units were worth it. If you get started early, I guess it could be. Maybe not for your primary army, but definitely for the secondary. This might be the Baylor that's hunting for us. I think it's a Baylor. Might be a now Shefni.
My will is resolute.
Let's do this just so we're not
I will help
tired.
when I can.
Nicely.
Alright,
Come
get a
here.
haste out,
Where else
and
would
that's
I
all
be?
I'm gonna do.
Please, allow me.
Follow if you dare.
Oh, it's Jubilost. I hope I still have my almanac and get it autographed.
I'm off.
So Jubilost is a companion from the first game, and him appearing here makes sense if you do his quest in the first game, in Kingmaker.
I do what I must.
Unexpected sounds break the menacing, monotonous atmosphere of the Worldwound. Businesslike chatter, the lazy neighs of ponies, the clatter of instruments. and rising above everything else, a rather expressive voice. A flying ship. How could you even think of proposing such a thing? Next you'll tell me we should travel by portals, or streak across the sky in a winged chariot. And don't look at me like that. I know what you mean. That this card has experienced things you wouldn't see in your worst nightmare. That it's time to retire and put its wheels up beside the fire. Axles creaking, and it tells its cart grandchildren stories of its wild youth. That I can afford that I can afford more reliable transportation than this wreck. This is also how you meet him in Kingmaker, is his cart stuck in the river. Was it Skunk Ford or something like that? Or Ford over Skunk River? To this, I'll say that great explorers and discoverers set out on their expeditions on foot, and they didn't complain about it. Yet you can't even survive comfortable ground-based travel in an ordinary cart. And with that, the owner of the expressive voice turns to you and nods as if he didn't expect to see anyone else. You've lost Northropple. I'm just passing through. The name is familiar to you. Northropple is an eccentric gnome scholar from Absalom. Traveler, explorer, popularizer of science, journalist, and author of a dozen books and countless articles. Due to his overly sharp tongue, he's been sentenced to death or exile by no fewer than 3 or 4 nations of Galarian. Every year, new rumors surface of his death at the hands of some offended monarch or other. I've heard about you. You're a scientist and explorer, aren't you? You've lost Northropple. Scientist, traveler, cartographer, journalist, lecturer, author of numerous books on popular science, almanacs, and breakthrough discoveries in half a dozen academic fields. And at one point, helped stop a millennium-long conspiracy of a first-world demigod. But that's nothing. I've heard rumors of your death. Jubilas shrugs in an emphatic, dismissive way. These rumors never stop. I'm not a desk jockey, but a field researcher and a cartographer. I spend most of my time on the road, stopping only briefly to finish a paper or give a lecture. Every time the unknown of new mysterious land swallow me, my detractors jump at the chance to spread stories of my death. I can't read today. I've been credited with perishing in the depths of the Eye of Bendigo, meeting my end at the hands of the Whispering Tyrant when Last Wall fell, and many far less impressive deaths, such as being drowned by kobolds in a river in a place not marked on any map. Hogwash. That's referencing Kingmaker. And he was upset that we didn't have maps and roads when you first meet him, even though you just got that territory. I do not imagine myself immortal, but so far, I've been able to avoid meeting Pharasma. There's still so much to learn about this world. Jubilas' speech seems confident, and there's no reason to doubt his words. Yet he mentioned the fall of Lastwall as a well-known fact. But you know for certain this nation is alive and well. You just happen to be passing through so deep in the Worldwound. What's bothering you? Of course. I didn't mean to say this happened by accident. Passing through simply means I do not intend to conduct extensive research or educational work here. Just make a few observations here and there. I have one of your books. Would you autograph it for me? An unexpected request, but admittedly a pleasant one. Of course I will. Why not? Jubilas takes the worn book from you, and his amiable expression suddenly vanishes. A culinary almanac. Of the dozens of articles on practical alchemy, history books, geographical reference books, and brilliant political essays I've published, you chose a cookbook. Jubilas glares at you, then sighs heavily. Of course, any recognition is good. You want a culinary almanac, so that's what you'll get. Here you go. With best wishes, the author. I'm not sure that you can actually eat him as the swarm. I'm guessing he'd get away. What's wrong with your cart? Oh, I suppose I should have led with this. Sadly, my cart is stuck, and my assistants. Jubilas casts a peevish look at the 3 gnomes shuffling awkwardly nearby. As it turns out, are completely incapable of applying the most simple practical skills in fixing this blasted wagon. I'd appreciate your help, Commander. All you need to do is attach the wheel, clear the road, and calm the poor ponies. The Worldwound causes them great stress. How do you know I'm the commander? I haven't introduced myself. Jubilas adjusts his glasses. Obviously, it's about my acumen. Surely you didn't expect a renowned scientist to be so ignorant as not to recognize the most significant historical figure of this region and era. You're asking me to fix your cart. Me, the commander of the 5th Crusade and wielder of mythical power. Why not? Perhaps your mythical power allows you to snap your fingers and make a new cart materialize. If not, I'd be grateful if you would fix this one. I'll see what I can do. This is wonderful. And don't think me an ungrateful lout. I'll be sure to mention your generosity in the article I'll write about this encounter. I'm going to take some notes, and you may get started in the repairs, Commander. Alright, fix the wheel. After 10 minutes of work and a little bit of ingenuity, the wheel slides back in place, none the worse for wear. A thought just occurred to me, Commander, says Jubilost, who barely pays attention to your attempts to repair his cart. What do you think of your place in history? You're a mortal who acquired the powers of an angel of heaven. Do you feel this is where you belong? Is this an attempt to interview me? Were this an interview, I'd be asking you awkward questions. I have plenty, believe me. Jubilost looks at you through his glasses, as if he knows your every secret. I could start by asking about the source of the mythical power that made all of Mendev consider you the chosen one of the gods, and then move on to asking, how does it feel to be the hero in one of the greatest scams in modern history? But I'm not doing this. I'm merely satisfying my curiosity. Perhaps my fate has been far from ordinary, but I'm satisfied with the path I've chosen and the person I've become. And are those forced to follow you happy? Those who depend on you? Jubilost adjusts his glasses. Or are you one of those people who goes ahead without bothering to ask the opinions of others? Then again, come out to lecture one of the greatest figures of our time. Be on your way, and Desna will aid you. I'll just stand here by the side of the road and take some notes. Do you revere Desna too? You must have traveled far and seen much. You goddess smiles upon wanderers. Ah, a Sister Desnan, and of a very unusual kind. Jubilost looks at Arushli with curiosity. Yes, I've been to many places, and hope to visit many more. I'm surprised at your admiration. Does Galarian truly overshadow the wonders of extraplanar travel for you? In the past, I did not travel. I hunted. I saw no wonders. I did not understand the delight of walking the road, seeing new places, or making new acquaintances. You've surely seen more than I have, because I could not see. My eyes were closed. And I wish you to keep them open, to see all that you wish to see. It's worth it to spend a lifetime traveling, or even more than one. Alright, calm the ponies. The ponies' eyes seem oddly intelligent. You get the uneasy feeling the ponies were playing along with your attempts to calm them, chuckling to themselves. Still, they obediently stand where they're supposed to, ready to pull the cart. Alright, clear the way for the cart. Which they could just go around, but that's fine. This is obviously all a setup anyway. Your efforts are not in vain. The pile of junk blocking the path has been swept aside. That's it. I did what I could. What? Oh, yes. Well, I suppose I should be on my way. How unfortunate. I haven't yet satisfied my curiosity. But what can you do? Time waits for no one. I have the feeling there's something you're not telling me, Mr. Narthropple. There's some strange slips in your speech and demeanor. Jubilost pauses. I must admit, acting is not one of my talents. I was hoping to casually run into you, in a completely natural way, then ask a few questions. But it is tricky to appear natural when this chance encounter takes place in the middle of the Worldwound, and you come from the future. Jubilost pauses again for dramatic effect. Yes, exactly as I said. Some of my friends, many in number but acting as one, do the most curious things to time. Somehow Sheikah the Many, who also got brought up in Sila's quest. I humbly asked them for an opportunity to meet the legendary commander of the 5th Crusade in person. I desperately wanted to take a few notes on such a fateful figure in Galarian's history for my article on the Age of Lost Omens. I hope you're not angry about this small masquerade. And even if you are angry, I'm still satisfied. Best of luck to you. I hope you come by these parts again. My apologies, but 1,000 more discoveries await me. I can't stay in any one place too long. But I am glad to have met you. This conversation provided me with much food for thought. Farewell, Commander. Having already turned to his cart, Dubois suddenly slaps himself on the forehead. I almost forgot. I was asked to give you this. We got the Golden Toad. Toad statuette made of solid gold. Looks more like an idol than a decorative figurine. So, Cooking Almanac of the Inner Sea by Julius Nartheropple, signed by the author. Well, we're done here. Hi, a place of execution. Recently, a gang of demons has begun operating in this area, so impudently they don't even bother to cover their tracks to their lair anymore. In fact, they're pleased when Crusader units appear. It means they don't have to go out hunting. They call themselves the Executioners, and have named their lair accordingly. I'll go and rest up.
You don't have to talk constantly to please people. When you are silent and lost in thought, your face sometimes takes on a most intriguing and appealing expression.
That's got to be the floweriest way to tell somebody to shut their trap.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, I wasn't actually there.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Alright, we're not gonna buff up for this fight. We'll see how we do. Oh, I remember this place. This is where, so, my first playthrough, I'm pretty sure I hit this guy for like 2,500 damage with my Cavalier.
Distract them from me.
I'll make you eat your own heart. No. Like I said, everybody's gotta have a hobby.
Desna, guide my hand. Make your peace.
Time to share your treasures.
Have you seen your guts, you Galarian beast? I'll show them to you.
I'm gone.
There's our... That should be the last of the tablets that we need. We got Sturdy Snoot. This headband grants its wearer a plus 12 competence bonus on athletics and mobility skill checks. This headband is worn by an animal companion. It also grants a plus 3 dodge bonus to armor class against ranged attacks.
The goddess protects us.
We do it my way.
We have someone that scales with athletics, right? I think it's Obrig. When he charges, he does damage based off his athletics, I think. Let's see. No, he does not have that. He is missing gloves, though. Maybe it wasn't boots. Maybe it was something else. I swore it was boots, though, that gives you the athletics to charge. Oh, that's fine. Alright, I'm gonna call it here. Next time we're gonna go to the City in the Wasteland, which is a book event, and then we'll do Polaris Fall after that. Real quick, we'll recruit some more units for our army, even though we don't have to. We're out of money anyway. 5,000 for now. Alright, fine, 10,000. I've got plenty of money. We can do this all day. Oh, that's why. I just don't know what I'm doing. So round up to 6,000. Like I said, we have plenty of money and nothing to spend it on at this point, so... I don't want assassins. I wanted... Well, I don't have them, so... Let's search for more. More of these guys. Hell Knights for our main army. Yeah, make Paladins and Hell Knights work together. That's a good idea. I guess it doesn't matter. Go. Alright, let's get these guys moving, and then we'll wrap up the episode. So... And again, we don't have to do this, but like I said, we have nothing else to spend money on. We really have no more major fights. Maybe one more. Oh yeah, you come down here too. Which tells me we have more events to take care of, so 5 more Devas. Well, let's go and do the Royal Conscription, I guess. Alright, I'm going to call it here. Next time we've got our plan, City in the Wasteland, followed by Polaris Fall. That'll clear out the entire Northwest. We're getting close to wrapping things up. When we do that, we have to finish this puzzle quest. Then we have Eyes. And we have the Delectable Prison. And that should be it. Followed by the actual end of the game, but we'll deal with that later. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one.